Hello and welcome to Glorious Miniatures. My name's Jolyon, and in today's video we're going to be having a look at the Age of Sigmar Battleforces for 2023. Obviously there is a article over on the Warhammer community, but this is my little thoughts about it. We also do a little bit further breakdown, so you get a tiny bit more detail than you'd probably get over on GW, so bear that in mind. And without further ado, let's just start reading, shall we? So obviously, as I will say, I've done the Warhammer 40k Battleforces in a separate blog post and a separate video here on YouTube, so check top right hand corner for that link. And here we go. So we've got 4 Battleforces this Christmas. We've got the Seraphon, the Ossiarch Bonereapers, Soulblight Gravelords, and the Slaves to Darkness. So that breaks down to 1 Order, 2 Death, and 1 Chaos sort of Grand Order, Grand Alliance Battleforces. And as we're going to have a look in depth, we've got, I put them in some sort of order. 3 of them are around the sort of high 900 points value, while the Ossiarch Bonereapers are well over 1200 and sort of 30-40 points, which there's quite a difference there. And obviously, as always, points are very rough and no doubt will fluctuate over time, so probably in a year's time those points may well have changed. And also this video will be out of date, so just bear that in mind. We can have a quick look here. So the Seraphon look to be around about 950 points. Slaves to Darkness, 960. Soulblight Gravelords, 990. And as I said earlier, the Ossiarch Bonereapers at 1240. So let's have a look first at the Primordial Star Host, which are the Seraphon ones, the Lizard Wizards, as I say. The Seraphon, I've been tempted by them several times. They have some fantastic looking minis, and no doubt sooner or later I'll end up getting a couple. I won't be getting any of these battle forces, I don't think, but I reckon it's probably a good battle force if you want to get into the Seraphon, because I think they've certainly got one start collecting, sorry, what's it called now, a Vanguard box set. And okay, what else do we have? So yeah, and also, as I said here, the Starborn is the sort of space, the Spaceborn Seraphon. I really like it was on the Games Work community website. I really liked the paint job they had for that. It was lovely dark skin and then sort of glowy mouths and eyes and stuff. I thought it was very cool. That's how I'd be very tempted to paint them, should I ever go down that route. And so what do you get within this box set? You get the Slann Starmaster, or the Stairmaster as I keep calling it, followed by 10 Saurus Warriors, and then 3 Cagor. You also get 3 Agredon Lancers, and the Warcry Warband, the Hunters of Huanshi. Yes, and also obviously the Cagor can get rebuilt as a different kit, the Cagor Warspawn, and this is very close to 1000 points, as I said earlier. I have put a sort of list together of sorts. Sort of takes us up to 1000 points, the Vanguard sort of area of point line. So that's that. And let's have a look at the costs. So the individual costs, that's like one of the most important things people want to look at. Is it worth the money? For the Saurus Warriors, £37.50. I got the dollar price as well there. The Agredon Lancers, $37.50. The Stairmaster, $52.50. Cagors come in at $57.50. And the Hunters of Huanshi at $37.50. That's a total price of £202.50, or $325-ish. Okay, so that is that price. We'll have a look at all the prices at the end of this video. So then we move on to the next one, which is a Warhorde of Eternus. So Slaves to Darkness, get a box set, very nice. The story for this apparently is Be'lakor has summoned, that typo there, Eternus to lead a warband against Archaon. However, the Eternus kit is a dual build kit, and you can also turn that into a generic sort of Lord on Chaos mounts. If you want it to fight for Archaon, it's up to you. Now, as I said, I've already got a start collecting Slaves to Darkness box set, so I've already got Knights and Chaos Warriors. This could potentially be an interesting purchase. Probably number 1 or number 2 out of the list of very tempting ones. I would say probably at the top, to be honest. The most tempting within these 4, but we'll have a look at that later. So as you can see, the contents of the box is Eternus, Blade of the First Prince, which is a dual build kit. He leads 3 Ogroid Theridons, 5 Chaos Chosen, 10 Chaos Warriors, and 5 Chaos Knights. Comes in at 960 points. Perfect for the Vanguard level games. Right there. And that's that. So the cost. Okay, let's have a look at the cost, shall we? So, Eternus is $37.50. Chaos Knights are £40. Chaos Warriors, $37.50. Ogroid Theridons, $40. Chaos Chosen, $37.50. That comes in at £192.50 or $310. So it's a bit less of a deal compared to the Seraphon. Okay, that's fair enough. Okay, then that's the Slaves to Darkness. Let's move on to the next one, which is, of course, the Vengorian Court. The first of the undead, the Death Grand Alliance, if you will. Probably out of all of them, my most favourite of the undead, the bits of the Grand Alliance, at least. So yes, this is probably the second one I'd get out of the 4 Age of Sigmar Battleforces on offer this year. First one being the Slaves to Darkness one. That's because, as you may know or may not know, back in the good old days, late 90s, I did start collecting a Chaos Warband and also a very small undead army. I did get some skeletons and zombies and a necromancer and the big necromancer himself, i.e. Nagash himself. Of course, look at him. How could you not purchase such a majestic miniature? Absolute goat. Anyway, so if you were to buy this kit, this Battleforce, what would you be getting inside it? That's the real question. You get 5 Blood Knights, 20 Death Rattle Skeletons, 10 Direwolves, 3 Fell Bats, and they're all led by a Vorian Lord. This is a dual build kit, which the named character is the other bit. I wish I could say why I don't like, or at least I'm not so keen on, this wave of miniatures, sort of the vampire miniatures they released. I don't know what it is about them. I just don't vibe with them very well. I think they did one or two which I did like, but generally it was a bit meh for me. Maybe I'm a bit old-fashioned. I like proper sort of vampires, I guess. Anyway, whatever. It's a personal thing. I personally like the skeleton and zombie-powered army with some knights, corpse cart, some chariots of some variety, and my boy Nagash himself leading from the front like an absolute legend. I have put them together in a little list right here, as you can see. Comes in at 990 points. The Vengorian Lord, I think, is the same price as the named character. I will double check that. I'm not 100% sure. I could be wrong. Might be 10-point difference. Anyway, let's look at the prices. So the Vengorian Lord, £42.50. The Blood Knights, also £42.50. Death Rattle Skellies, £37.50. Direwolves, £35. Fellbats, also £35. That comes in at a total of £192.50 right there, or $320 at the time of recording at least. Now, both the points right here, they might fluctuate between now and, I don't know, whenever you watch this video. Let's have a look at the next one though. The Praetorian Spearhead. So the Ossiarch Bonereapers. This is weirdly the second death army out of 4, which is a bit strange to me. I was expecting kind of the other one, whatever that one's called, Destruction, to be honest. But there we go. So you get, within this, you get your 20 Mortek Guards, 5 Kavalos Death Riders, 4 Morghast Archives, that's 2 sets of 2 there, and a Gothazar Harvester. I'm not very familiar with this army. I don't really like the look of it aesthetically. That's why I've never really paid too much heed to it. I think I have one of the miniatures. I think it might be something like this miniature. If it came in a magazine as a 2-part kit or something, I may have purchased that. I don't know. And they're all led by Liege Kavalos, which is also a dual build kit as Arch Kavalos Xantos, so as a named character there, which is only a 10-point difference. But I put this list together. It comes in at 1,240 points, or 1,230 points if you go with the generic character. So that is that. So it's an extra 300 points basically over the other ones. So that's a strange thing. But let's look at the price, shall we? So Arch Kavalos, £35. Kavalos Death Riders, £37.50. The Mortek Guards, £37.50. The Gothazar Harvester, £35. And the Morghast Archive, £42.50 each. And there are 2 of those kits. That comes in at £230 or $380. Very strange. This is considerably more money than the other ones by 30 quid. Unless I've got my maths or I've got something completely incorrect. When I went through this the first time, I thought maybe I'd added an extra kit by accident, but I did check, and I don't appear to have made a mistake, but let me know in the comments if I have. Let's scroll down, shall we? So this is the price breakdown as I have it currently. Now, bear in mind, I've based this off last year's Christmas Battleforce cost. Okay, so £130-ish. Now that could very well go up this year. I certainly hope it doesn't, but this is Games Workshop after all. Who knows? So, Primordial Star Host, £202. The £72 saving with a 35% saving if you were to buy everything separately, which is quite good. It's on average for all the battle forces, really, about a third. Warhorde of Eternus, £192, £62 saving or 32%. The Vengorian Court is £192.50, much like the previous one, with the £62 50 saving, also 32%. The Praetorian Spearhead, £230 with £100 saving, 43% right there. That is definitely, both in points and savings, that is the most. I don't know, you could probably get two of them. You could get the named character, run one as a named character and one as a generic one potentially. I don't know how that would work in game. Age of Sigmar is not my forte. I do have technically I've got a Cities of Sigmar army, but it needs work. So yes, as I said in my previous post on the Warhammer 40k Battle Forces, if I have made a mistake with the prices, I've got an editing mistake right there to fix. I'll go back and fix it, obviously, and once the price has been confirmed, I'll come in and change anything which needs to get changed. But that's as of right now and based on guesses from last year. Savings are about in line with the 40k. So that's that. Why is this Praetorian Spearhead more of a savings? Are they trying to shift stock? Let me know. How popular are they? Let's scroll down a little bit more. So, yes, as I was saying earlier, Slaves to Darkness and the Undead, the Vengorian Court, would be my top two potential purchases. Probably, honestly, the Warhorde of Eternus is probably number one. The Vengorian Court, I'd definitely be selling the Lord, which is a dual build kit, by the way. I forgot to go through that. And what else do we have? Oh, yes, talking about savings. You use this Element Games link right here. When it comes to buy this kit, one of these battle forces, you can save yourself even more money, and also give me a tiny bit of revenue. Certainly won't increase the money on your side of things, and it helps me out a tremendous amount if you use that link. And why didn't we get a Destruction Battle Force? That's my other question about these. It's very strange we got two death battle forces. I would have liked an Auric War Clan, or indeed Gloomspite Gits, but I believe that one's... We've had so many Gloomspite Gits offerings, it's been a bit ridiculous. And obviously, as always, do consider signing up to my newsletter right there. It's generally once a month. At the end of the month, you get a sort of all of my blog posts all in one go, and my best sort of YouTube videos and any other news that's sort of coming up and happening, etc, etc. And that's basically all I got to say. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.